How about my little secretary? What about you? Oh god, it's another interview, isn't it? Oh god. It is going to be interesting. That's good. Okay, it's a college graduate who apparently is incapable of sitting still for having a photo taken. And, I mean, a messy and legible handwriting can also be a sign of being a doctor. I mean, I have yet to meet any doctor that actually writes in a readable font. So, maybe, you know, it's a good sign. Yeah.
Oi.
Oh, come on, don't judge us too harshly. We haven't seen the guy yet. Yeah, and we don't need him. I mean, have you seen our stuff? We quite literally hired a mafia boss. Eh? What's the problem? I don't think we need to focus too much on the college grads. Are we really short on workforce though? Last time I checked, we have a nice rooster. Yeah. That we'll take its time. It's not like we're running away from, you know, the whole of the what are they called? Dojima family? Yeah, I think they are. I'm sure they will never ever come up with the idea of looking here. A place where I quite literally run my business. Of course, they might torch my apartment, but as we have learned in this game, the Yakuza are actually very polite. As soon as you enter anything that even looks like a shop, even if it's just a fast food restaurant, they're going to stop haunting you for some reason and just go like, okay, he's in the business, we can't disrupt the business, we have to go away. See? Polite criminals. What a day and what an age to live in. These particular 80s were apparently. Oh yeah, right, forgot about it. He has to put on his glasses. So he, you know, stops looking like a freaking gangster and starts looking like an intelligent person. He tries very hard. I would at this point, yes, if sense, of course. Yeah, kinda. I mean, you know, I do remember a certain member of them attacking me on a fucking motorcycle in the sewers, and I was like, what the fuck is going on? That's one hell of a standard. But hey, at least they know how to be polite. Also, I have a suspicion here. I think that woman has a bit of a fetish for, you know, glasses wearing guys. Probably just my imagination. Yes, yes. Very, very much so. Well then, let's see this mysterious special person. Knock, knock. Oh. Pleased to meet you. Bit nervous, the guy, I suppose. Well, I mean, an interview can do that to you, can't it? Just like meat? What? Yeah, don't be so nervous. Don't be so nervous. Also, the atmosphere is really annoying. I had better seating opportunities when I had my interviews. Well, maybe that's just a Japanese thing. But it seems somewhat, you know, uncomfortable. Well. Thank you once again going for the obvious. Man, that guy's nervous. You don't say. Right, what actually does his resume say? Yeah, we kind of figured out that his handwriting is terrible. Actually, wait a second. Is that actually something you do in the good old Japan skis? Who's actually write their resumes by hand? I precisely had once one person show up with a handwritten resume, myself, when they applied for a job with us. You couldn't believe how fast I turned him around, but like, there's the door, you know. Jesus Christ, at least, you know. To be fair, it's the 80s, so I guess writing it on a computer. But I mean, you know, they're typewriters. I'm pretty sure typewriters were around in the 80s. As far as I remember, yeah, because I actually learned on one, so yes, should be. Okay, we know shit. I don't know, you're kinda lying to me. I'm pretty sure we have a lot of people. Oh well, maybe she just, feels the need to get a secondary secretary so she has a lot of free time. Who knows? Interesting timing. Now then. How about conversation? You could invite him for a smoke. Help with the nerves and stuff.
Hier.
To actually have some experience in the field. I mean, secondary experience, but still. The last time I had something about real estate business, it sounded a lot like there's a lot of scamming going on. Don't really know if I believe that story. Indeed. I will admit this though, and kind of a bit of a special case that I very much value the music in games, very much, and it wasn't always the case, but it has been, and I was actually rather surprised because I wasn't expecting much, but at least for the Yakuza Ingi Zero format, as in this one, it actually has quite a few nice tracks going on for it. I was actually rather happy with it. Quite nice indeed, I'd say. It's actually one of those things where it's like, I totally get it. You wouldn't believe how much I get it. You see, I run a business myself, and whenever you try to make things nice for the people, as in your customers and your employees, you will actually cut down your profit. Which makes it very, very tempting to go the complete opposite way. Do nothing for your customers that you don't absolutely have to do to run your business, and do not ever pay even a cent more than you absolutely have to for your employees. Sadly, I could never bring myself to do that. I didn't even know that. The voice actor for Kiryu is actually in the band. It's kind of cool. I will actually have to look up that band, because I just want to hear that voice doing more singing. He is, when he does karaoke and stuff, kind of neat, so that interests me. But yes, actually, if the other games are music-wise anything like this, I'm actually rather tempted, and I kind of said that in one of the previous episodes too, to play actually more of it. It's really actually captured me, this game. I wasn't expecting much. I started it more on a whim, like I usually do things. And I don't even know, I think at this point we're like 20 or so episodes in, and I'm still kind of, sitting and going, yeah, enjoyable, very much so. No. You can run a business like that. It's just going to be balancing on knife's edge, basically. Quite often. But hey. I know. Some people say it's worth it. I mean, he seems like a nice guy. I don't think she went that far. Oh, I see. So you are a fellow sucked off, basically. Well, sucked in, sucked off. Sucked in is probably the more correct term. Yes, sorry about that. Happens when it's not your first language now, is it? I kind of get confused sometimes. But it is tempting. I mean, I think actually when was on sale, I actually bought the Zero, the first one and the second one. I'm kinda, kind of tempted to make this a bit of a running thing, to keep doing it. But I kind of like to change around, you know. The genres of games I play are basically all over the fucking place. I mean, you know, kind of my thing. But I think actually, yeah, we will probably stay with this. And I don't just mean this game, but probably also the other ones. Also, it gives us a nice opportunity to play it, you know, in a chronological order, starting from 0, which should, technically speaking, be the first one time-wise, going all the way to the modernity. And I want to see how Kiryu ends up later on. I mean, that fortunately I made a few bold statements, I remember, if even half of that is true. Yes, sounds like a fun ride. Put it very mildly.
Oi.
I mean, he's technically... I mean, he is the president, but technically he isn't the owner? It's a bit of a complicated situation, but I guess he is very much authorized to make such decisions on his own, if he desires so. I mean, you know, we just interviewed him. You, me, Malone. Worked pretty well. That sounds like a very straightforward thinking. Prone to failing if somebody is a good liar. But well, it fits Kiryu. What I really do like about this game, though, it's not just that it has an interesting main story that keeps me rather busy, but also, you know, the sub-stories, the side stories, really work well for the characters. It shows them from a very, very different perspective, which I find, well, in some cases, of course, heartwarming, but also just outright fun. Some of the shit we've done, like that one time when we bought a port magazine for that boy, it was... I was sitting and having the greatest grin all the time. I mean, the sneaking part was not that fun, to be fair, but the sheer nonsense they actually managed to put in and make fun is pretty damn amazing. Chapters 1 or 0. 0 gives more background and characters, and 1. A lot of references you won't get until you get to 1. Not a problem. I will get to 1 in time. It will take some time, though. That's not really a problem now, is it, little Kiryu-chan? A secretary is not really an executive position. At least not as far as your decisions goes as the big boss presidente, the boss man. Ah, we're same fellows, eh? Or from one boss man to another. I can tell ya. My good advice. The nurse, the good old nurse. I mean, you know, there's a saying, if you can fake it till you make it. You don't need to be confidence impersonated. You could just try to pretend for the moment. That helps.
Hi. My blessed effort. Oh boy, indeed. Now then. Let's see if we can help this guy. Okay, calm down. Yes, Kiryu. Ease her in slowly. Slowly. Oh, now uses exclamation marks. That's a good sign. Legal studies? It will help me help you people. Help people here. Jesus Christ, man. My strengths are animals like me. So your strength are humans, because, well, we are animals. Thank you for a line.
He is a bit overly nervous, isn't he? Yeah, please explain to me the eagle studies. Are you in truth American? Because they do have a bit of an obsession with a certain kind of bird, don't they? Hmm. Ay, 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 ay. Okay. I'm very tempted to go beagle studies. just out of spite. How about legal studies? That sounds about right. I don't want to ruin his chances. Come on. Oh yeah, that would make sense. A lot more sense than eagle or beagle studies. Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Hi.
Mm-hmm. Honestly, I would say dining out would be actually rather helpful. He knows a lot of good places, he can take clients there. I'm just going with my gut feeling here, but that seems like a more useful hobby for a salesperson, because in the end he is a salesperson. I mean, you know, real estate is also nothing else than selling at its core. And again, you know, personally I like the like by animals thing. It's, what can I say? Personally I would like that in a person. Not so useful for business ever. Well, we could just go with my gut feeling.
Here.
Not in. That could be actually. Not walking keeps him fit. Well, he knows the dining scene. That's kind of useful, you know. We're done good so far. We're getting there. Oh boy. He is trying too hard.
Oi.
Maybe we can just go with the... What would be good? Let's just use this. That says nothing. Someone you admire can be good or bad, depending a bit actually. If it's something related to our business, that could make a good impression. Much is true, yeah. But it really works out well for the characters. The main story, the characters are very focused, very driven on their personal agendas, which I do like. And don't get me wrong, it sets the tone very nicely. But the way the sub-stories show them from very different angles, sometimes in a funny light, sometimes in a more, you know, well, as you just put it, smart way, or a very much naive or dumb way, it actually works out pretty damn well in the combination of things. You know, quite often I find that when stories try to expand on their characters in, you know, a side quest kind of thing, well, Lisa is basically the same as you're already used to, because, well, they don't change much or they don't show much else. So you basically get way more one-dimensional characters than is actually good. On the other side, if you overdo it, too much, you'll end up with just basically complete clown and mockery of himself, which is also not good. This game actually does it pretty damn well, in that Kiryu is basically still Kiryu, even in the sub-stories. Just with the engines a bit tuned down. Not full power, I'm going to go through this in my own way. More like, okay, I'm willing to go there. And sometimes he just has some very smart moments, yes. Hey, let's go with the classic of any interview. If you ever have one, this is pretty much something that happens. Apparently also a very common question in interviews for female employees, potential ones, is apparently which color is your underwear? Because one of our previous interviews pre-answered that question. And I actually had that question open. I was like, wow, that's cool. Sexual harassment to start off with. That leaves an impression. Okay, let's go with the obvious choice here. Yes. Come on, come on. Real estate was my father. This is making stuff for my family. I don't want to be my father. He's scrambling his own story so bloody fucking much, it's not even funny. Yeah. I'd be confused too. If somebody went up to me and went like, my father was real estate, I'd be like, okay, what makes that you? A property to buy?
Hi.
Let's see if this works out. Nice. Nice. Have we finally found the perfect person? Okay, I will never get used to that sounds I make. Just irks me, I don't know. Isn't it nice? Not only did you get a job, you also got kept there.
Hi. Hi.
Shining new. A very much hopefully bright star has been born on this fine day. Absolutely worth it so far. That would be nice. And you forgot. Okay. I'm trying my best. But I don't really want to run around the city right now. I could get into trouble. Serious trouble, actually. The enemies have kind of picked up.
Huh?
I see. Ho ho ho. Kiryu makes many noises, but bitchy little noises are pretty much as far away from him as is imaginable.
Huh?
That's my man, absolutely. Good and right decision.
Oh.
Well, yeah, it also gets you a lot of nice ladies, you know. So, kinda nice deal actually being a hero. Just saying. And he gets back up again. I'm very proud of him. The way his mouse moves is kinda... Oh, look, you've got a new friend. Very good decision. IT security stuff. Oh boy. The poor guy. It's a tough decision. Couldn't we have put him on the management side?